as you're talking about, this kind of burden to do it all on your own, to take care of everybody else, I wonder if I've
Mhm.
heard you talk about this concept of Superwoman syndrome. And I'm
Mhm.
wondering if we're getting into that realm, would that be what that is?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I know that that's been researched a lot,
Mm-hmm.
especially recently about Black women feeling they need to lift up the community and their families and just like be the caretaker for a lot of people. And I mean, it's interesting. I think watching older Black women who've done that for so long and seeing just so much resentment
Mm-hmm.
and anger of like nobody took care of me when I needed support, or I was so busy lifting up other people that nobody said, "Hey, like how is she doing, or how are you doing?" It's like, that's not even a thought. It's like, no, you're just supposed to be there to hold other people up, like kind of like you're the foundation of a whole house, and that's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of pressure. So it's just interesting that it's like it's not being normalized anymore. I think for younger generations to be that superwoman of like, it's okay if you have needs, it's okay if you have boundaries. And that's hard. I think with older generations of Black women, it can feel a little selfish of like, well, I didn't have that opportunity to take care of myself or do things for myself. I was responsible for other people. And how can you get to just
Mm-hmm.
walk away and do your own thing? I've seen that a lot in my work. Um, and yeah, the idea of self-care is just it's interesting how when I've seen with like a young teen girl, it can feel like such a selfish thing, or it feels neglectful of other people. Like I should be able to give my whole self every day to everyone. And then that's my fear, is that they're going to turn into an older woman who's very resentful. And there's a lot of grief of what like she didn't get growing up, or not getting enough support. And that doesn't feel like that should be normalized to me anymore. It seems unfair, I think, because of, what Black women have gone through for so long. It's like it doesn't make sense that we should still be responsible for everybody. It's a lot to do.
It's a lot to do. I mean, like you said, you're holding up whole in the past, holding up whole households. That's a lot on
Hmm.
a black woman's shoulders. So I could see there's a lot of intergenerational healing that needs to happen.
Hmm.
If you're a young black girl, you're getting the messages maybe from your elders that you should be hyper independent. You should be that superwoman because that's what I did.
Hmm.
And why should it be any different? But yeah, it's hard. You're
Hmm.
trying to break that and say, no, it's okay to self care. It's okay to have those soft pockets of your life. It's okay to take care of yourself for a little while. That I imagine is a really tough cycle to break.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's a really
Really
tough
tough
cycle to break.
because it's not easy to live as a black person in this climate.
Yeah, yeah, and that that's I think when I was younger, that was like the fear that if I was soft and sensitive, I was just so breakable
Right.
that my environment in America was just gonna pull me in half because I wasn't tough enough to be able to get through all these different racist, misogynistic environments. And I realized that wasn't true.
Hmm.
At first, I internalized it of like, oh, I need to be the superwoman so I can handle all of this pressure. But as I got older and I had my own therapy, I realized like, wait, I can actually like walk away from that. I don't, if that's not something I want to be a part of, is this cycle, I can create something else for myself. And that for a long time didn't feel like an option of like, well, this is the way it's always been. So you have to be this way.
Right.
And then it was like, but I don't want to keep going in this direction if it doesn't make me feel good. And there's risk to going off and doing your own thing and not following what other people have done.
Hmm.
But it's just also liberating. It's like, wait, I don't have to be this superwoman if this is exhausting. I don't want to be exhausted anymore.
Yeah. Right. You can actually be a human.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. You
Which
said
I
that.
mean, a
Yeah.
superwoman is not human. Like
No.
it's it's like a made up character.
Right.
And it's like, wait a minute, yeah, like what? A super person doesn't usually have needs. Like they're just taking
Right.
care of everybody else.
Exactly. And even those, black elder women, they had to rest sometime.
Mm,
Th- I mean, because you're saying they are human. Maybe they didn't show
mhm.
it or ask for help, but I'm sure needed it as human beings.
Yeah. Yeah. Which when I think, I guess growing up observing it, I would always see black women napping. That was like,
Yeah.
it was in these like small moments where I would see like sometimes my mom would just go take a nap. That's something that
Yeah.
she's always done since I was a kid. But it was in that. It was like in between this really hectic schedule with all these different responsibilities. Oh, let me just take a nap.
Yeah.
And I think there is I don't think she's a therapist, but like someone who has something called a nap ministry who
I was just
just
thinking of her. Yeah.
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 I forgot her name, but this black woman who embraces napping. Like it
Mm-hmm.
is a form of rest, and it's an ancestral form of rest. And I mean, from what I've read and what I know, black women have been doing that for so long. Like throughout a very hectic and exhausting day, you find a time to nap.
Yeah.
And I do that now, actually, when I think about it. Like, I love naps, but for a long time I thought napping was lazy. Like, no,
Right.
like you're not supposed to nap. You're supposed to keep going until you go to bed.
Mm-hmm. No, there's wisdom in napping.
Yeah. It's a restart. It's a great restart.
It's an amazing restart.
Hmm.
And just to see that, these really strong women are also embracing naps, it's like, oh, yes, we need breaks, right? We need rest. We need to slow down. And maybe that was their acceptable version of it. That now you're like, well, let's expand that even further.